to delete a movie from Netflix's servers. This is definitely an experiment into masochism. Hey y'all, it's your girl NASB and welcome back to NASMAS 2018. Thank you so much for joining me again. Today I will be reviewing A Christmas Prince, The Royal Wedding. Those little clips from the intro should already give you an idea of my feelings, so I'm assuming if you're sticking around, it's because you want to know exactly why I feel how I feel. I got you. Before that though, I gotta show y'all today's cocktail. It's a mango cocktail cooler. We could just call it a mango cocktail. Very simple, like I've been doing lately. Get you some vodka, some mango juice, some lemon and lime juice. I didn't put too much lime in mine because I like the sweet more than the sour, but it's up to you, whatever you want to do. Of course, I'll be linking the recipe down in the description box. Feel free to try your hand at it. You do not have to follow it to a T. I did not, and I'm loving what's in this glass. And now onto this disaster of a movie. Let me read the plot for y'all right quick. A year after helping Richard get to the throne, Amber is about to become his wife. But is she really made to be queen? Let's get into how terribly they executed this plot. If you watched my last video where I reviewed the first A Christmas Prince, you would think, oh, it can't get much worse than that, right? And you would be wrong. This movie was a whole mess. Very early on, I wondered, did they change the writers or something? And I wasn't gonna look it up, but then somehow I ended up on the wiki, and lo and behold, they did. So besides what they gave us in that plot, the big issues in this movie are the economic crisis facing the country and Amber not fitting in, especially when it comes to all the protocol that gets mentioned over and over and over. No, literally just the word, not the actual protocol. The protocol that she needs to follow, and her not loving the direction of the wedding that they plan 3 days before it's supposed to happen. A royal wedding, 3 days before it's to take place. And if that wasn't absurd enough, they have the wedding planner, who I dubbed Indian Jason Derulo. You can't tell me that you don't see it when you look at him. But they have this guy play such a caricature of a person. I was truly taken aback. I really do not like when movie makers don't respect their audience. That's all I wanted to say on that. I was not a fan of it, and I will never be a fan of a portrayal like that. And speaking of caricatures, that switch from the dad in the first movie to this new dad and whatever the hell they were trying to accomplish with him, no. But back to the main cast, those who came from the original movie. Anything that I found endearing about any of them in the first one, it was lost in the sequel. The entire royal family became insufferable, even down to little Emily. Prince Richard was already on thin ice with me from the first one, and in this one they somehow managed to make him more hollow and a bumbling. So Richard is now king and somehow in charge of all of the money. The country is hemorrhaging money, and he cannot find a way to figure out where all the money is going. Seriously, he does not think to ask, to properly investigate, and even when they figure out the cause in the end, it is due in no part to any action of his. He seriously should not be in charge of his own wallet, much less an entire country's treasury. He and his mom were frustrating. They were really annoying in their naivete. At their big age, for them to be led astray so easily and to just offer up empty platitudes, it was so upsetting. Cousin Simon returns, and we're supposed to think that he's evil and here to seek revenge. All the close-ups and the change in music were to hint at that. But in the end, I guess they thought they were slick because it turned out that Simon was here to redeem himself. What an absolute waste of time and space! His main purpose seemed to be for Emily to lace him with rude comments and clapbacks, and that turned out to be grating and even unnecessary. Like, why did she keep snapping at him? It wasn't cute, it wasn't sassy, it just made me find her quite annoying. Also, at some point in the end, they have the black girl best friend start making googly eyes at him, and you guys, y'all really tried me with that one. Really tried me. Princess Emily wasn't full of attitude the whole time. She had a couple of cute moments. There's this crush that she had, and she was in a play with him, and Amber, even after her play got shut down, made it so that she could perform it at the palace, and I guess that was supposed to be sweet. And while I appreciate the effort, it wasn't enough to balance out all that they did to her character, who is apparently now a hacker. Never mind that when she attempts to do hacking, she's really just typing God knows what. And when she actually gets into the site that she was seeking, it is purely on accident. The only valuable thing from that entire arc for me was when she mentioned that their firewall was basically useless. Now let's get into the star of the show, Miss Amber. She's been blogging, she's become somewhat of a celebrity, she's on magazine covers, she's appearing on talk shows, and she's traveling all the time because she and the prince have been in a long distance romance. This was clear to make us go, oh, she didn't have to give up her life to be with him. But what life? What is she doing? I don't know. Did I miss that? Did I miss it when I fell asleep? Seriously, I fell asleep at some point, but I don't think they actually tell us what she was doing except blogging. And I would then assume that she's blogging about all of her travels with the prince. So girl, you might as well have gone and lived with the man. Save some money. The way he handles finances, y'all are definitely gonna need it. She makes a point to mention that despite all of this fame, she's still herself. What that means, I do not know. We still have no idea who Amber is besides a girl who likes to wear sneakers with everything. And that does not a personality make. Her connection with Richard is even more dead in this one. Or is it deader? Either way, it's 6 feet under. No one attended the funeral because nobody knew it existed. So there's a royal portrait that gets made with the two of them, and it perfectly captures whatever their vibe was. They look so tight in the face, so uncomfortable, so detached, so disconnected. These are not two people who are in love with each other and about to get married in a couple of days. At one point, I wondered if the actors who played them really didn't like each other in real life, but rumor has it that the actors who played Corey and Topanga in Boy Meets World, and also Patrick Swayze and Jennifer Grey from Dirty Dancing, didn't like each other, and they gave us chemistry, so this is really no excuse. So a big focus on this movie is Amber tapping into her reporter side. She tries to get to the bottom of what is happening with the money. Richard and the other lady who's in charge of protocol tell her to stay away from it, but she doesn't. And I really don't know what they were trying to do here, but she came off as so incompetent. There's a scene where she took notes after an interview with a guy that has been affected by all of the money drama, and she wrote down 2 words, and at that point I realized that they were trolling us. I only wish that they had put a disclaimer at the beginning of the movie so I could know I'm really and truly watching a parody. They also spent a lot of time trying to show us Amber clashing with protocol. What is protocol, you ask? My deduction from watching this movie is that it's just doing a bunch of dumb and annoying things and claiming it's for the purpose of optics. That's actually how protocol operates in real life, so maybe they had a point there. In the end, Amber reveals what she finds out about the economic crisis to Richard, and he saves the day by offering everyone bonuses. Yay! And they eventually get to have the kind of wedding they want, which we never actually get to hear anything about. We're just left to assume that it's to have less fanfare and less protocol. All I know is sis traded one ugly wedding dress for another, and that shot where she shows her damn sneakers, it was even dumber than in the first movie. They may as well have called this movie the Royal Tobogganing, because that activity gets as much airtime as the wedding and anything concerning it. This movie is down there at the bottom of the list of all the ones I've reviewed thus far in this series, and I want my time and my money back after watching it. But I hope you guys at least enjoyed watching my review. I do this for you. Hit that thumbs up button if you haven't yet. Subscribe if you want to know when I release new content, and share this everywhere. I will see you next video. I had an eyelash on my face the whole time. Oh well, guess who's not re-recording?